Good evening. Welcome back to MTG Card Collector. Tonight we're going to be doing a deck tech. It's been a couple of people have asked me to do it, but I want to give a little shout out to Bad Boy Gaming and Joey Moss. I watched his videos. I saw how he made this nifty little mat, and I made one for myself. It's kind of cool. It's real. Unfortunately, it's glossy. It's too shiny for my taste. It makes a really cool play mat. Used it tonight at the LGS just to play some games, show it off a little bit, just see what people thought of it. Anyways, probably make another one, but next time I'll use land or something. Tonight's deck tech is brought to you by not this soda. Actually, I'm doing the same type of deck that seems to be running rampant right now. Excuse me, but damn, that's some good dew. Been a long night. I'm doing a Rakdos Burn deck. Yes, you heard me right. Rakdos Burn. Everybody's doing it. Everyone from MTG Card Collector to Goldfish, MTG Goldfish to, I don't know. A whole lot of people doing them. This is my take on it. You'll see that in the lands here I got Detection Tower, and that's because green has a whole lot of creatures that are hexproof, and how you're supposed to get rid of them, like the Vine Mare, if you don't have some way of turning off that hexproof. Yes, you can burn them straight to their face as fast as possible. Sometimes you get that bad draw, but if you have Detection Tower, put it in play. Make sure you only tap one, tap the tower, and then go burn that Vine Mare with a lightning bolt, which is awesome. I got one, but I'm going to be putting two in this deck. I got 3 Dragon Skull Summits. I'm going to add a 4th once I buy it. I got 3 Cinder Barons, and of course I could put a 4th, but I hate tap lands. I can't wait for the Rakdos Pain land to come in. Rakdos Shock deck, Shock land. I can't remember what it's called, but anyways, once I get that one, then those will go away. I have 4 swamps. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 mountains. You're going to need the mountains a lot more than you need the swamps, trust me on this one. But the red and black decks, red and black lands help to fix the mana curve, so which is really kind of cool. So let's talk about the creatures. Fanatical Firebrand. I was running 4 in the deck. Game 2, normally I was taking at least 2 of them out, maybe all 4 of them out, just because you want to get in, depending on who you're playing, you might want to get in those burn spells, and that's the easy one to cut. But right now, I changed it up a little bit between how I played earlier today and how I'm doing this deck tech. I'll explain that one when I get to it. 2 Fanatical Firebrands, which is a great way of down 1, attack, because it's a hasty creature and they're fun. Might put them back and get rid of the Get to Lava Runner. Cost 1. It's a 1/2, it's great. If there's 2 sorcery or instants or any mixture of the 2 in your deck, in your graveyard, then it gets a +1/+0 and haste, and it's awesome because now it's 2/2. Got 4 of those. Vashino Pyromancer. I was using this one all night tonight, just a chump blocker, didn't care. Came in, did the damage, and then it died. Anyway, so it does 2 points of damage as soon as it hits the battlefield, which is always great. Got 4 of those. The workhorse of the group, Electrostatic Field, 1/1. 1/1 red. Defender, whenever you cast instant sorcery spells, Electrostatic Field deals 1 damage to each creature. I got 4 of those. This is the workhorse of the group. You'll notice the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14, that's it, 14. And I'm like so close to making it only 12, but 14 creatures, because the creatures are not what you want. Creatures are fun, creatures are great, creatures help beat down, but you want the instants and sorceries. So this is what I got. 1, 2, 3, 4 shocks. 4 shocks. And remember, when you got one of these in play, every instant, every sorcery does 1 point of damage. So for 1, you're doing 2. No, you're doing 3 points of damage. So there you go. Sovereign's Bite. Target player loses 3 life. You gain 3 life. So they're losing 4 life. You're gaining 3 life. I got 3 lightning bolts. I'm sorry, lightning strikes. Does 3 damage. No, it does 4 damage. Sword Point Diplomacy. This is an awesome card. It does 1 point of damage with the electrostatic field if it's in play, but it also does 9 points of damage if you pull 3 cards. And this is the greatest thing. Reveal the top 3 cards of your library. For each of those cards, put that card into your hand unless any opponent pays 3 life, then exile the rest. So if you get 3 lightning bolt or lightning strikes and he doesn't want you to get those lightning strikes, he's going to pay 9 life. Well, he was going to pay 9 life anyways, at least minimum, if I hit him with the lightning strikes anyway. So yeah, great card, awesome card. Downside, if you pull 3 lands, guess what? You got 3 lands. So Wizard's Lightning, because the Vashino is a wizard, and so is the Gitu Lava Runner. It's a wizard. So if you have either one of those in play, Wizard's Lightning goes from costing you 3, 2 and 1 red, to costing you just 1, doing 3 points of damage. Even if you have to hard cast this to kill a creature, it's still, I mean, yeah, you don't want to, but, you know, hey, 3 for 3, that's all right. That's all right, my book. Risk Factor. Risk Factor. This card is just awesome. Risk Factor. Cost 3. Target opponent may have Risk Factor deal 4 damage to them. If that player doesn't, you draw 3 cards. So yeah, okay, so there you have 20 life. You cast this on turn 3. They're going to go ahead and either take the 4 or give you the 3. Most likely they're going to take the 4, go down to 16. Next turn, turn 4, if you got nothing else in your hand, hit him again. And you just drew a card, whatever it is. If you didn't like it, if you didn't want to cast it, hit him with Risk Factor again. It's got Jumpstart, which means you can bring it back at least one more time. Well, they're going to take, they're down to 16. They're either going to take another 4, or they're going to let you have 3 more cards. Most likely, they're going to go down 4. I played a game tonight between Risk Factor and was it Sword Point? Yeah, Sword Point Diplomacy. The young lady took 12 points of damage. Then I put out Electrostatic, and then I just hit her with lightning bolts. I mean, it was just like, okay, bye-bye. So 4 risk factors. I was running 3 tonight, and you know, it's not as good. Just put 4 in. Do the investment, put all 4 of them in. And then my one big change between playing earlier tonight and playing now, Flame of the Keld. I found myself wanting more cards. Like turn 4, turn 5. A couple of times I was just burning myself out, not having any cards. So greatest thing about this one, discard your hand. Okay, well, if you don't have any card, discard it. You got nothing, you're not discarding it. The next turn, you're drawing 2 cards. So you're actually drawing 3 cards. And then the turn after that, if a red source you control would deal damage to a permanent or a player this turn, that deals that much damage plus 2 to that permanent or instead. So this is now hitting for 2. I'm sorry, for 3. So you cast, if you have this in play, if you have this in play and you cast this does 3 points of damage. This, if they take it, is now 6 points of damage. Because it's a red source, it does 4 points of damage. I mean, it's just awesome. Just awesome. So I wanted it because of the stage 2, but stage 3 is actually really good too. Then, oh, I just mixed up my, I just mixed it up. Where'd you go? Oh, yeah. Right here. Okay, so sideboard action. Put a swamp in here because if you put in these cast downs, you're going to want at least 1 more swamp. Makes sense, right? Banefire, in case you want to hit something that's big. Hello, Mr. Galta. You want to hit something big, or if you just want to hit something just for giggles, you know. I've actually cast this for 1 and 1 for 1 point and let the electrostatic field hit him for another point. And just, I mean, it's okay, so it's 2 points. But whatever. Cast down, get rid of creatures. Lava Coil, get rid of creatures. For, you know, you throw this on a Phoenix and it's not coming back because it's exiled. Another Flame of the Keld in case, you know, if you didn't, the thing about the Flame of the Keld is you don't want your opponent to see it too often. So if they see it the first game, maybe take both of them out and throw something else in. Primarily because they're going to sideboard for that double action kind of thing. At least I would. I'd have some kind of way of enchantment hate. Fiery Cannonade, nice little board sweeper for small little 2/2s. And then, of course, I don't have any Phoenixes. I sold all my Phoenixes. I put in the Chain Whirler. Chain Whirler's nice against a little tiny, white weenie or green weenie decks. They don't work really that well against Phoenixes. So, yeah. Anyways, if you go up against a deck that has a Phoenix in it, then make sure that you just beat them down and beat them fast. All right. Well, tonight's winnings. I went 2-2. Unfortunately, I did do 2-2. Would like to have gone better, but I got 2-2. So I picked up 2 Ixalans. The Dominaria pack here, I actually got this last Tuesday at Tuesday Night Magic. Totally blew it out my butt. So let's open that one first. See what we got. Dominaria is nice, but we already know that the one great mythic in a lot of people's minds would be the Teferi Planeswalker is already out of the box because guy who wanted already sold everybody. But you never know. I might have something good in here. Let's find out. Okay. Untamed Kavu. Goblin Barrage. Siege Gang Commander. That's awesome. Need another one of those. It's 3 and 2 red. When Siege Gang Commander enters the battlefield, create 3 1/1 Goblin, Red Goblin creature tokens. It's not bad. 2/2. Get a whole crew of them. The Legendary. Actually, I was thinking about this card earlier. I got something in mind for this one. Mark, you know what I'm thinking. Oh, yeah. And an island and a sapperling. Dominaria is so weird. They put the Legendary. Every pack is going to have at least one Legendary, so. Okay. Go with the Ixalan. We'll be getting Ixalan. And the only reason I chose Ixalan over Dominaria packs is Ixalan, if you get a big winner, it's a big winner, worth more. If you don't get a big winner, then, oh well. Dominaria, you got a couple of big hits, but other than that, there just isn't that many big hits. Field of Ruin. Hey, there's like at least a $2 land. Raging Sword Tooth. Dark Nourishment. Cost too much. And Spell Swindle. Not bad if you want the, the artifacts, the treasure tokens. Not bad. Let's put the and the last one. I think that's actually worth more than the Spell Swindle. We'll find out. Haven't gotten any foils in a while. Stormfleet Arsonist. At Zokin Archer. Deadeye Plunderer. And Shadowed Creval. Whenever a creature you control explores, put a 1/1 counter on Shadowed Creval. Crew for 2. Ooh, there we go. Paladin of the Bloodstained. In foil. That looks nice. When Paladin of the Bloodstained enters the battlefield, create a 1/1 white vampire creature token with lifelink. That's cool. Oh, look, we got a vampire creature token. Alright, well, if you liked my video, or if you didn't, leave a comment. But if you liked my video, please feel free to subscribe to the channel. Click on the bell subscription, the bell. Hit that little thumbs up really much appreciate it. It does help me grow. It helps me learn. And if you have any questions, just leave a comment down below. If you hated this video, I don't care. But leave a comment down below. Let me know how much you hated the video. And I hope to hear from you all y'all. I hope to have a good night and happy Friday Night Magic.